Okay, as most of you guys know, COVID has just happened and we went through a whole pandemic last year, and that was in the beginning of March. So, what I remember that day is my professor telling me that, hey, I'll see you guys in like a week. Like, no worries, like, we'll get through this. And a week turned into 2 weeks, 2 weeks turned into three. Next thing you know, we were online full time. So, many people went to online because of the pandemic, because there was no other way to control the cases going up without people going on to online. So many people's lives were thrown upside down, including mine and yours and everybody else's. People lost their jobs. We had to go to online school. It was just a mess. Parents became teachers. And I know from personal experience how difficult it was switching from online to no in person to online. So if it was difficult for me, I can't imagine anybody else who doesn't have the stuff I have to be able to pass things. So this is why I want to discuss online learning, online, in person, and blended. Okay, first one is online learning. So online learning has many benefits to it, but it also has some disadvantages. One of the benefits to online learning is its flexibility with doing whatever you need to do on your time. So parents and people who have full-time jobs, that's a benefit for them because they are able to do it after their work or when they're free with their kids. It just helps them be able to get the job done. And it's also a lot cheaper. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's a lot cheaper if you do online courses instead of in-person courses if you're in college. One of the disadvantages to online learning is you don't have that face-to-face, and if you actually really need help, you don't have that, oh, like, hey, I need help, raise my hand. You have to be able to email your teacher or call them or text them, which kind of takes a while, and we all know that. And you have to be able to do it on your own pace. And no, like me, I am such a person who is a procrastinator. I'll wait to do everything last minute. So like with you guys, I had to do this speech tonight because you guys all like agreed to doing it tonight. If that weren't the case and I did it on my own, I probably would have done it Sunday night. Um, According to the article, Distance Learning in the Field of Olympic Education, during the COVID-19 pandemic, it was the only opportunity to continue the learning process and to prevent the termination of education. So it was the only way we could continue learning and pass our grades and pass the classes we needed to pass without ending it all. So that even happened to elementary kids, and everybody who was in school went to online learning no matter what. So for my niece and nephew, they're in third grade. They had to learn everything on the iPad. And I was the one trying to help them out. And even I didn't know half the things that they were doing on the iPad. And I'm like, how do you expect a 9-year-old to know this? So there's certainly a challenge for those with intellectual disabilities. So a person who has intellectual disabilities is more than likely not able to do the online work that we are able to do. So at my school, I had a student who was in a wheelchair, and he knew like what to do, like what to talk and everything, but he couldn't physically move. So the aide would follow him around and like write down his homework, write down notes, and like help him throughout the day to learn. Well, when they went to online, he wasn't able to do that anymore. She would literally have to come to his house for him to learn. And if that weren't the case, he would have not passed his grade. So those are disadvantages to learning online, but in person with people who with intellectual disabilities, it's so much better for them because they are able to have those people depend on them. Like at my school, we have a little classroom for them so they can get extra help, which not many people, I don't think many schools do, but I'm not sure about that. And the challenges of online learning for teachers of children with intellectual disabilities in 2019 article, it says it's a significant part of what makes this work is the fact that there's a teacher there and is able to observe such students and how they react to the content is delivered. So when a teacher is teaching you, they obviously are looking to see how you're reacting, how your emotions, your body language, just to see if you're understanding the content they're putting out there. If not, she is more than likely, or they are more than likely to see, oh, hey, like that person is struggling a little bit. Let me go help them one-on-one. versus online, you can't really tell if a student's struggling, if a student has problems, if there's something going on. Like, you can't see what is happening online versus in person. And according to Vygotsky, this reflecting and connecting happens through social interactions and conversations with others, especially peers. So us bouncing ideas off each other helps us learn even better than those who are online and aren't really speaking with each other. The only reason like we are talking to each other is because we have to. It's a speech class. We have to talk to each other. But if it were any other class, I highly doubt you guys would talk to anybody else online. So this is the blended learning, which is online and in-person learning. So online in-person learning is mixture of online in-person learning is better than one or the other. So teachers have experienced people who do both to learn better and learn faster. That's why many schools are starting to switch over to like iPads, computers, like they're trying to teach their students how to do all the stuff with technology, especially because how much technology has advanced in the past years. So at our school, we had iPads like this, and everybody got an iPad like this, no matter what. Like if you were, I think it was ages K through 12, you got an iPad, no matter what, you got to take it home. And we switched everything to, we had papers, homeworks, and everything due on here. Our books were on here and everything like that. So it was easier for us to do it, but I don't know about other schools because I know many schools didn't have iPads or computers. So for our school, it was a lot easier to transition to online compared to other schools. So with that being said, I was, like I said, I was the one helping my niece and nephew with apps because they didn't have it as long as I did. I had it for 4 years. They only had it for 1. So I hope this helps you with choosing whether online or in person is better for you, or even both, just to help your knowledge get better. Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, good job.
I feel like you were